Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today's video is an update on my health. If this is the first time that you're on my channel, I am Jane and I do all kinds of videos if you want to have a look at my video list, but this is the second follow-up video to my health update. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll leave it linked here. Go watch that one first. It actually describes the problems that I'm having and why I'm on a low FODMAP diet, and I'm now going to go through everything that's happened since then. So if this is the type of video that don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button because it would really help my channel. So let's get into this video. So obviously if you watched my first video, you know that I was suffering from an amount of symptoms because of digestive issues, constipation, etc. Again, I'll list them all on the screen there of all the things that bothered me. I obviously went to the doctors. I'm going to go over this briefly because it is all in my other video. Went to the doctors. They just said that I had gastritis, I had all problems, whatnot. And anyway, I ended up seeing a naturopath, and I've been doing a low FODMAP diet. Again, I'll leave on the screen here what that is. So basically, I had been cutting out gluten and dairy. So the first 3 weeks I decided to swap out bread to gluten-free bread, and I cut out dairy altogether. So the cheese is gone. I ended up having Vio Life. I made some swaps and everything. I stopped and I gave up chocolate and everything, and I didn't feel any different. I actually just felt the same. I still had the same symptoms: bloating, pain, feeling sluggish, headaches, felt crap. And I thought, you know what, I actually started reading a book called Grain Brain, which I do need to carry on reading, and it's basically how grain is manufactured. I'll say manufactured, but how it's grown now with all the pesticides and whatnot. It is far worse for us now than it ever was back in the 70s, because we're mass producing it. So we have to look at how these things are made in modern times, because we're having to produce on such a faster rate, and they have to grow quicker and all that. They're putting all sorts of things in it. So I knew that I was intolerant to grain in general. So I thought, you know what, swapping to gluten-free bread is not helping me at all. I don't feel any different. I was taking all the supplements that I was told to take, which was like a probiotic special one from Metabolics. I was taking all the right things. I was taking some tablets for SIBO as well. It's called a parasite, but it's basically like part of the bacteria that belongs in your intestines is in the wrong place. If you understand that, just look up SIBO. It does explain what that is. I was taking tablets for that, and I was doing everything that I was supposed to do, but obviously I just swapped out bread for gluten-free, if you know what I mean, and it didn't work for me. So after about 3 or 4 weeks, I thought, this is just not working. I feel crap. I've still got headaches. I've still got everything. So I gave up bread. I thought, right, I'm not going to eat grain or bread anymore. That's it, I'm stopping. So I no longer bought the gluten-free bread. I had to swap. I'd already swapped to gluten-free porridge. If you want, I'll do a video on everything that I do eat now, obviously, because I used to have a lot of lattes and whatnot. I've done some nice good swaps for those. So if you're interested or you have similar symptoms to me, I'm happy to go through everything that I do eat now, but I'll do it in a separate video. So I'm going to go through the list of things that used to bother me. So I'm just going to look down for a second. So I used to have sniffly nose, headaches, eczema, asthma, digestive issues, constipation, bloating, and pain in the stomach. So now all those things I used to suffer from completely. So now going back to the sniffly, I've realised that this last couple of days I have cheated a little bit. So I've done the low FODMAP for 6-8 weeks, and I feel great. I've given up bread altogether. That really made the difference. Now I've introduced on a couple of occasions a little bit of cheese and a little bit of bread, and I've noticed when that happens I get sniffles. So I don't know whether that's a correlation. I need to do some more sort of tests, if you know what I mean. Like last night I had some really bad sneezes. It was raining as well, which sometimes seems to be why I sneeze. I don't know why I sneeze when it rains. Sorry, that is jinx. Yeah, I don't know why I sneeze when it rains, but it seems to be I don't know whether it's weather related, but it's obviously something to do with what I ate as well. Now, yesterday we went out to Frankie Benny's. It wasn't massive. I went for a gluten-free pasta, which was absolutely fine, but I did try a little bit of Sam's pizza, which was obviously a very thin bread base. Now, whether that's linked to that. I need to see if I eat something. Like, I'm sniffling now. Now my camera just died, so I had to charge it for half an hour, and I need to do a food shop. So I went and had some toast, white bread. Now I'm sniffling. What the hell? And I had eggs with it. So it seems to be every time I have that, I'm either sneezing or I don't know. I seem to get a bit of a pain in my stomach. It's not happened just yet, but the same happened yesterday, the same happened the day before. So there's obviously a link there somewhere, but I do need to do some more investigations. So going back to the list, the sniffling nose is definitely better as long as I stay off dairy and grain and gluten. Headaches are much better. They're 80% better. I do get the odd one, which sort of, it can drag on a little bit, but it's not like every day I'm waking up with a headache. That has gone now, which is such a godsend, because that was just so debilitating. It was tiring, it was draining, you didn't feel like doing anything at any time. You'd wake up wanting to feel refreshed, and you just felt more rubbish than when you went to sleep. So that's better. The eczema's okay. Again, I've had the odd little thing, but again, it could have been linked to the bread, because like I said, I have had a few little bits and pieces. My asthma's a little bit better. I don't seem to be puffing on my inhaler as much. Generally it's very controlled anyway. So I usually only have my inhaler maybe once every 2 days. But I think I'm going more than that. I'm maybe going 3 days without taking it now, which is much better. Digestive issues they're really good now. The bloating's gone, the pain's gone. I'm going to the toilet absolutely fine, which is a bonus. And I just don't feel like weighty and sluggish, and everything seems to be moving good, which obviously makes you feel better as well. So the bloating's gone, the pain's gone, the constipation has gone. Yeah, so it's really good, to be honest. I'm really happy with everything, but I'm just going to do some more like tests and stuff, trying, because obviously FODMAP is only meant to be done, well, the short term really. I mean, I don't think you have to do it short term. It's basically taking it back to the baseline, and then you're meant to introduce something to see what triggers. Now, bread seems to trigger for me, and maybe dairy triggers as well. So maybe I feel better not having that. But like I said, I've just had bread now because that's the only thing we got in the house. I need to go shopping. So I literally hadn't got anything to eat, and it's really difficult finding like something when you can't have gluten and you can't have grain and you can't have dairy. What can you eat? You know what I mean? We have literally, our fridge is empty. So I did have a couple of eggs left and a little bit of bread, which was Sam's. So I thought I'll have that for lunch. I really don't know what we're going to have for tea. I need to go to the shops actually. But anyway, if you're interested in a video regarding on what I do eat, obviously when my fridge is a bit fuller, I'm happy to do that. I shop around a little bit. I've started shopping in Aldi. I might actually film a video actually of my Aldi shop. They don't do everything. They have some gluten-free choices, but they don't get everything. I'll show you how I make a latte without milk. I can show you what I have for breakfast, what my go-to is, the choices, the snacks that are really good. I can do a whole video on that if you're interested. Leave me a comment below and be happy to film that in the next couple of weeks. So that's everything for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to give me a big thumbs up, that would be brilliant. If you want to subscribe, you can do it in the link below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and I'll leave it on the screen. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!
I don't really need new friends, so spend your time with me. Looking for someone who can play though, wanna hang with me. I'm not really looking for a friend, so spend your time with me. Looking for someone not afraid of